ॐ श्री भगवते आनन्दरूपाय नमः। 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 ॐ श्री भगवते आनन्दरूपाय नमः।
பக்தியால் உனை பாடி சரணடைந்தோம் பக்தபராதீனனே கல்கி பக்தபராதீனனே பக்தியால் உனை பாடி சரணடைந்தோம் பக்தபராதீனனே கல்கி ராமனாய் கிருஷ்ணனாய் தர்மம் காத்து நீ
Pada Pranam Bhagavan. Most welcome to this Kingdom of Bahrain once again. Thank you very much for the blessings and grace you showered upon us during the last Skype Darshan in December. We are about 100 devotees gathered here today, out of which 35 people are new for this today's session.
So you got the question with you?
Yes, I got the questions, Bhagavan. Question number 1. In the journey of oneness, after attending so many processes, doing sevas, devotees are feeling a very joyful state sometimes and getting very bad emotions sometimes. What is the reason for this, Bhagavan? And what is to be done to remove these emotions, thereby to get a permanent happy state?
Everything in this universe moves from order to disorder and from disorder to order. So also the human mind, which is a system, it moves from order to disorder, disorder to order. From love, it will move to hate. From hate, it will move to love. From lack of intelligence, it will move into intelligence. From intelligence, it will move into lack of intelligence. So it keeps moving from one side to the other. That is the nature of the human mind. So when it becomes happy, after some time naturally it becomes unhappy. There are times when you have positive emotions, after some time it slowly becomes negative emotions. That is the nature of the mind. There's nothing much you could do about it, and you're not responsible for that. The mind is like that. If you want to escape that, you have to become awakened or enlightened, which means you must jump out of the mind and you must live outside the mind, watching your own mind. If you could do that, then it's a beautiful state all the while. If you are within the mind, this kind of thing will be happening. There's no remedy to it. The only remedy is get out of the mind. Getting out of the mind is what we call awakening or enlightenment. So we move on to the second question.
After 2012, what will be the significance for such places for praying or worshipping?
Yes, they will have the significance. Only thing is you'll be able to talk to your God. Now you may only see an idol there and you have a doubt whether God is there or not, whether He is listening to your prayers or not. But then if you move into higher states of consciousness, which is likely to happen to a lot of people in 2012, not everybody, but to a lot of people. So when they do go, they will know that they are communicating to God, their God, and that God is answering. So God will be something very real, not some abstract thing, not some imaginary thing, not something that you just believe in. No, it will be your living experience. That will happen to a lot of people, not to everybody. So temples would continue, people would be going to temples for different reasons. Those who can actually see and talk to their God, those who still believe, yes, maybe He's listening. Because not all will be awakened, not all will be in high states of consciousness, but everybody will get something in the year 2012. So that's the answer for the third question.
Why is that Bhagavan's insight, presence and miracles are not experienced by all devotees? Please explain this reason for this, Bhagavan.
Yes, it depends upon the bond you have with Amma Bhagavan. The bond is very strong, then all these things come very naturally. If the bond is very weak, you won't get it. That's why you must cast Amma Bhagavan in a human mode where your relationship is very good. Like your father and mother is very good, you must cast us in that mode. Or your brother or sister or your friend, whichever is the best relationship, you must cast Amma Bhagavan in that mode and relate to Amma Bhagavan that way. That way, if you would do, you will get very good connection. And once you get the connection, everything is over, finished. The problem is you don't have that connection. You still say, Amma Bhagavan, I saw we are in the skies, somewhere in the air. So that won't work. You must have a relationship. Once you have a relationship, whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, whoever you are, you must have a relationship with your God. No relationship, nothing is going to happen. So that is where you people are lagging behind. So once you build up the bond, things will start changing rapidly and dramatically. So I think we have finished the three questions. Now I hope you would have got a message from the other centers, what I spoke for the month of February. So that is the homework for you for the month of February. It is for those who want to become awakened. Oneness deals with first artha, that is wealth, then it moves on to karma, fulfilling of desires, then to dharma, to contribution, like you're having a satsang there, you're contributing, and then it moves on to moksha or awakening. Now, in oneness, you can be a full grihastha and also become awakened. Now, how many of you are really serious about becoming awakened? Would you please put up your hands? Oh. So many of you are serious about awakening. All right. So in which case, every month there's homework for you. I have given this month's homework. You can see it in the message the other center has sent you. And then you must be revising it, contemplating on it, contemplate on it, and then receive Dikshas. Then slowly it will become a reality. And then when the time comes, I'll call you to India for a process. In the process, you will be.
Thank you, Bhagavan, for the wisdom and knowledge you gave to us by today's darshan. Thank you very much. All of us love you and Amma so much. Hope to see you again soon.
Love you all. Love you.